Welcome to Eat Sleep Nerd, a podcast where you can check out, go AFK, and relax with us as we discuss all things nerd. Comic books, video games, movies, TV shows, and anything else that gets geeks more worked up than a Klingon at a hockey game.
What's up, and welcome to episode number 66. I am your dorky DJ, Corey Winter, and in this episode, we are discussing the Loki Season 2 trailer, a new Nintendo console coming out next year, new Marvel movie release dates, and Lando Calrissian is writing his own television show. Joining me, as always, is my nerdy brother, Josh Winter, and our geeky friends, Christian James and Nick Murphy. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm before you.
Wait, the switch.
So, Jason is not here, and we were trying to get Brittany back as well, but she couldn't. Yeah, she had to go to sleep. But here we are.
I mean, I feel that.
You let her go to sleep? That's weird.
She's like a time zone ahead of us, so it's
also true.
Barely.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a pretty binary thing.
Yeah.
It's either yes or no.
How you guys doing? Speaking of being tired, Nick, are you okay over there?
I'm here, man.
Yes.
I am is.
Raring to go.
Alive.
All right. I see you guys are decked out in some swag.
Yes.
Swag.
Did you guys do something this weekend?
Yes, we went to the Drum Corps National Atlanta Regional
Okay.
Nerds.
Southeastern
Yeah.
Championship.
Southeastern Championship. That's a very long name, unnecessary name. Yeah, it was loads of fun. It was super hot.
Yeah. That's Atlanta for you.
Probably way too hot. Should be illegal to be that hot.
Don't really think you can settle a law around that, but
I mean,
We keep trying.
we set laws around the world.
So, like, it was so. You know how sometimes you can be at home and like your air hasn't cut on yet, or like the fan's not on, and
Yeah.
it just feels like the air is still.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
everything around you is still. It was like that.
It's very
outside.
muggy.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
was out like I
Zero
couldn't
breeze.
remember me breathing. It was so like still. It was awful.
That's what it feels like. Is it feels like you're in a breath. Like just someone's
Yeah.
hot breath.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like windy outside of the stadium a little bit. There's a little bit of breeze.
Oh, but the stadium kills it.
And then as soon as you get inside,
Mm-hmm.
just still air.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you're around a bunch of people. And
Nah, dude.
yeah.
I'm good.
It was. There were elements of it that were incredibly embarrassing too, because some people just get way too into it. And they just yell and scream, and I was like, I can't. I hope no one sees me.
Yeah, because there's one thing to
so funny.
applaud something that you like,
Mm-hmm.
but people just applaud.
We're like, yeah, that was cool, like that. But like when you're like standing up, like about to knock the person down, in
Like
front of
roiding
you.
out.
Yeah, like Malafas.
Oh, though.
Yeah.
Please,
Those
sir.
people are all over drumline lots.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
I
oh my
would like
God.
to hear the show I paid for.
Oh, yeah. Corey,
Not you.
that is one thing I want to ask you about because I've heard mixed reviews on that kind of thing. So when people are watching Drumlines in the Lot, that's become a phenomenon in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Is for crowds to be in the Drumline lot.
Yeah.
But knowing a lot of drummers, myself, they say that it's rather annoying because you're in the lot to warm up for your show.
Mm-hmm.
So having the audiences there is nice, but with them like interacting with everything that's happening, it can be kind of like off-putting.
So we like it for Sparkman. Maybe just because we're still new to World Class, and so we kind of appreciate people hyping us up a lot because it kind of just makes the kids feel a bit more confident about themselves. So no, I think we like it.
Okay.
It gets the kids in a good headspace.
If I could, as a leader in that, as someone who is trying to get the group warmed up or trying to get having a rehearsal space, it would annoy me to no end. Like, like we're trying to get something done, and I have to yell over this crowd, which I can see both sides of it. I thank you for coming. We appreciate your support. We love it. But like, also we're trying to do well at this thing that you are trying to support us at, So like, at least, come and support, but have some respect for the process because we're trying to have the process.
There's no respect in this activity.
Well,
Yeah.
Because
Because most times, like if you watch any kind of video, a drumline could be going through a segment of their show, and something cool happens, you hear just somebody just go, yeah, like right on that. But at the same time,
You can never tell what they're saying.
that 10 seconds after that thing happened, there could have been something that a tech
100%.
could have said
Screamed.
to that person.
Yeah.
And been like, oh, well, this part was trash.
Oh, see, that doesn't bother us because in our final slot, we're not giving the kids critiques. Because at that point, if we're trying to like teach them to change something, then it's too late. So,
Well, yeah,
we'll just
finals
yeah.
is one thing, but like mid-season,
No.
it could be.
You do need to be able to scream that
Back
that
and
was
forth.
hot garbage.
Yeah. Like, you could be like, okay, yeah, I was listening to certain parts, but definitely couldn't hear other parts. So let's do it again.
Well, if your kids aren't playing their drums louder than the audience, you got a problem. So I'm just saying.
Oh
Hit
my
the
gosh.
drum.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers, I think it was, did these really cool stick tricks during their snare solo thing that blew my mind. And I was like I remember audibly going, whoa. That was super.
Oh, so you were one of those people.
But that was to myself.
Oh, okay.
I was amazed.
You golf clapped it.
Verbally golf clap.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, there was definitely a lot of moments. I was just like, whoa,
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I
There-
mean, it
there
was
were-
very
there were-
confined.
There were a couple.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
It was a great weekend. Great
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys got to go.
It's always a good time, even though it's very miserable.
weekend. Going, being there, and leaving are miserable.
Miserable.
But
Did you guys come back that night?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I had church in the
Oh,
morning.
God.
You said going, being there, and leaving is miserable, but everything else is great.
Yeah. The stuff in the middle is great. The small bits in the middle are great, man.
Aside from the beginning, middle, and end,
Mhm.
it was great.
Yeah, for all of our
It's a solid 10 minutes of awesomeness.
Atlanta listeners and or metro area,
Sorry, bro.
Bruh.
how do you
Fix
live
it.
there?
How do you
Fix it.
live there?
Like you do it on purpose.
Fix
You're
it.
still there.
Yeah, like Atlanta's cool and all,
It ain't that cool
From a
though.
distance.
but not really.
I mean, it gets pretty hot here in Muggy.
I mean, it's
Not
hot.
even the weather, though. Like, driving.
Every time I hit the interstate there, I just want to die.
Well, you would have been rather successful on our trip.
So, story time. Driving in.
How long do I let this go on?
I'm so sorry.
Um,
Driving,
I have to get this out.
I have not gotten to talk about this
Okay,
yet,
okay.
actually. So, driving into the city on whatever interstate it is, there's bumper to bumper traffic getting, like, once we're close enough to the city, we can kind of see the skyline from a distance. Bumper to bumper traffic. We finally get into the city where, you know how the lanes are huge and then they start to merge off and you kind of get to smaller lanes.
Yeah.
This one on-ramp, we're driving, I'd say 55, 60 miles an hour. This one car comes in and I see it. Carly's sitting next to me talking. But, you know, she's sitting next to me talking and I'm like halfway listening to her because I see this black car, this black Camry right over here.
It's on your radar.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I was taught to be a defensive driver. So I'm always like, I'm anticipating someone making a mistake. I'm always ready for that. Or mostly ready. So I'm driving and I see this car and Carly's talking to me and I'm like, you better not. Then I see the blinker go on and I say, you better not. And then I look over into my side mirror and I see this blue truck on this side. So I'm boxed in.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere. And then the black car starts to merge over a little bit and I go, ah, and then he's like, just keeps coming over.
Nice.
Like,
Gotta commit.
Yeah.
well,
Oh, he committed.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And so then I start to move over out of the way, and then the blue truck honks at me. Luckily, there was nobody on his left or her left. Luckily, there was nobody on their left. And then they went over like 5 lanes. They just shot over. And then I was like, oh my God. And we're all just yelling, like, oh my God, oh my God. And then we correct, and like, we're all just like, this black Camry. We catch up to him, it's over. It was.
But there
It
was
was so
one
bad.
thing, I don't know
It
if
was
you
so
did
bad.
notice.
I hate it.
The car that was in front of him merged in front of us because there was room.
Mhm.
But he just started following suit without any other regard. He didn't even look.
Oh,
His head did not move. He just followed that other car that was in front of him. I was like, hey, bro, we're here.
like, Atlanta's wild, dude.
Wow.
Atlanta's wild. Very clean city, though.
Okay.
Very surprisingly.
We'll say that. At least that area.
Yeah.
So, Josh, what did you do this week?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. So, believe it or not,
I'm walking on.
I have watched the entire Twisted Metal TV series
Wow.
on Peacock. And they dropped it
Not
Netflix
Paramount.
style. Correct. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
They dropped it Netflix style, right? So binge all episodes at once, all 10 episodes. We were like, oh, surely that's going to be a dumpster fire. Who releases stuff binge style anymore?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. Like, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. Like, Anthony Mackie's fantastic. The person that plays Diaz on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, she was the other lead.
Yeah,
I forget her name.
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, no, she is fantastic.
She's Diaz on. I don't think she has a name beyond that.
Yeah.
The person that played Sandman in Spider-Man 3.
With the hat.
The green shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
The shirt and the hat.
Something.
Did he have a hat?
Yeah.
Hayden Church.
Hayden
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
something Hayden Church. Christian Hayden Church.
Michael?
Thomas
No,
Hayden Church.
Thomas
Hayden Church.
He played the antagonist. And I didn't realize that going into it, and he was fantastic.
Oh,
So
nice.
I love
He's
this
doing
show.
other things.
I highly recommend. We're
I
gonna
learned-
watch that this
I
week.
learned who the clown is, which is exciting.
It's voiced by Will Arnett.
Well, yeah,
Otherwise
the-
known as Batman.
the physical
like a
body.
Batman.
I recognized his name. Who was he?
He's a wrestler. His name Samoa Joe.
Yes.
Samoa.
No. But no, I this is not really a proper review. I'm just like it's
good.
it's very loosely based on the games in the sense that the games really are just a demolition derby of a post-apocalyptic.
See, that's what I was
setting.
thinking when they announced this. I was just like,
Yeah,
It's
they're-
really got to go on.
yeah,
it's
in the
not
games,
exactly The Last of Us.
there literally are no stories. It really is just vehicular combat in an arena style thing, which is cool with the way that they did the show because it still focuses on the vehicles and like the vehicles still have like weapons and stuff because it's still this post-apocalyptic, but they actually gave it a storyline and the storyline actually kind of makes sense. So really it's about in this post-apocalyptic world, all these metropolises
Metropoli.
are locked down behind these walls. It's like anyone that's inside these cities are in the cities. But then everyone outside the cities are the
It's the
outsiders.
wasteland.
And if you are an outsider, you're not allowed in. If you're in, you're not allowed out. So people that are known as the couriers nowadays, the milkmen, they really just drive from one state to the next, just trading resources. So that's what the purpose of this, or the premise of this show is that Anthony Mackie is essentially just a courier in post-apocalyptic U.S.
It's always weird for me when I see Anthony Mackie as not the Falcon. Like, I don't know why, of all the people, he's the one in my head that's like, you can't be in anything else.
I loved him in this. He was great.
I don't know why.
And it was way more funny than it had any right to be.
Okay.
And it did make a lot of references to the games, which I appreciated. At one point, he even was like trying to like do something with his card, and like he actually did the Konami code. It's like left, down, right, up, all that stuff. So I loved it. It was great. I love it. I highly recommend. Let's watch it.
Okay.
All right. I got some
Okay.
off time.
All right, good. So anything else? We got some news to cover. It's been a while since we've done a big newsy episode.
Yeah.
Been a while.
I have a thing.
Oh, you have a
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Oh, I thought
You
this
already
was
had
your
a
thing. Okay, no, you can go for it.
R.I.P.
How many things do you think you get?
Paul, what's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Pee Wee
the
Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee
yeah.
Herman died.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that was today,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Or the late hours of last night.
There was
So-
one other person today.
the actor from Euphoria, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
super
that
young
kid. Yeah, he was only like 25. Don't
Yeah.
remember his name. Had a buzz cut.
What?
Rest in peace.
And Shania Twain. We lost Shania.
What? She's so
What?
Not Shania Twain.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Shania, I hope you're well.
No, it was
Not Shania
Sinead
Twain.
O'Connor.
Sinead, yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Same person.
Thought buzz cut.
Yeah, same person. Yeah,
No, so yeah, not been a great week for
celebrities.
celebrities. Yeah,
It's the exact reason I haven't gotten famous yet.
that's the reason.
I don't have to worry about the rule of 3.
I like that. I like that.
Yep.
What a 3, huh?
Yeah, who had that on their bingo board?
Wow, what a 3.
Bingo board.
All right, before this just gets even more depressing, do you guys want to get into the nerdy news?
Hit it.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have a smorgasbord of news to discuss. And we got some video game stuff, we got some television stuff, we got some
It's a lot of Disney
we
stuff.
got some movie stuff. There's a lot of Disney stuff.
It's mostly a
but
lot
Disney
of Disney
just kind
stuff.
of has a bunch of different things. We got some Marvel things. We got
It's Disney
some yeah. So let's start with the Loki trailer. So Loki,
yes, some
season
Disney
2. So Loki season 2, they have finally put out the new trailer for this upcoming season. The season is dropping on October 6th, or at least the first episode is. So we got this trailer playing in the background. If you're watching us over on youtube.com/@eatsleepnerd. If you're not watching us over on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about here. So let's react. We have already watched this trailer. So our first look at this new season. And having loved Loki the first season so much, it was probably their best one so far. You could probably debate maybe WandaVision, but I don't know. I'm in the Loki camp. How do you guys feel about this new trailer? Are you excited for this new season?
I was not sure we were going to get a second season. Like, I mean, obviously, once we knew it was filming, obviously we knew we were getting
it. Was originally...
You get what I'm saying, though? It was originally a limited series.
Yeah.
And we were all just like, oh, that was great. And then we were just like, but I mean, because this is at the beginning of Phase 4. Because we were all just like, oh, man, but they'll wrap everything up before there's time for a second season. They didn't. They didn't.
Yep.
We're 100 hours into this, and...
Well, I think they kind of knew.
And we could still pick up right where we left off.
Loki was probably one of their
treading water.
Their best performing things.
Not a lot of plot progression.
Post Endgame. I believe it was actually, at some point, someone released some metrics, and Loki was by far the most watched of all their series.
Who doesn't love Tom Hiddleston?
Right? So it would obviously make sense to just...
I mean, seriously, it's like 4 hours of Tom Hiddleston just being flustered.
Yeah.
Like,
there was one thing I did think about. In the opening of the trailer. So
charmingly befuddled.
Kihei Kwan.
No.
Oh, well, he was in there.
Well, he is. But what I was thinking about, at the end of Loki season 1, Loki gets back into the room with Mobius. Mobius doesn't know who he is.
Correct.
So I'm wondering how we're going to get to the point where they're back together.
Well, I think when you have a true friendship like that, you always find your way back. Disney.
Wow. I knew you were going to tie that back to Disney.
Two of us as example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we are Disney.
We are Disney.
Josh and I. No, Josh.
They'll probably sue you for saying that.
Yeah.
You can't be a part of this.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Disney
curious
World just
how
starts
that's
selling
gonna...
t-shirts.
Yeah,
just our faces.
This right here.
No context.
I don't know. I mean, that's probably taking place in the middle of the season, so they've probably reestablished their friendship at that point. But,
Yeah.
No, I think it looks good. I think it's going to be another...
No, so, okay, so, like, all joking aside, because it is easy to poke fun at Marvel right now, but this was one of the best things they've done post-Endgame so far.
Yep.
Like, by 4. And everyone agrees. Like, I have yet to run into a real person that didn't like Loki.
He hasn't seen it yet.
Okay, but when he sees it, he's going to love it. I know, because we have that Disney connection.
These are facts.
And so no, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Again, this is kind of nice, and I hope it continues to move things forward as well as the first season did. Because let's be real, the first season set up so much of Phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
It established the lore, it established the mechanics, it established what was going on, it established the characters, it established Kang. And then we haven't really done anything with that yet, but it established all of it. What if this is the show to actually get it moving forward again? Also, the glitching. A lot of people online pointed out, and I didn't notice it until they pointed it out, looks a heck of a lot like the Spider-Verse glitching.
Oh, yeah.
So is this how they're tying in the Spider-Verse?
That's the first thing that I thought. Like when I saw him do that, as someone who's not seen season 1, I was like,
that's a new thing. We haven't.
I was like, well, that looks just like a live action version of.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I don't know what else to call it.
All right.
Well, no, I mean that's the audio representation of what's happening. But
yeah, for the podcast listeners.
I did not make that connection, but I can totally see it now.
Yeah. And like I saw it a lot.
We did get another look at King, so they haven't cut him yet.
I was gonna say he hasn't been fired yet.
Frederick
So
King.
Miss Minutes is Miss Ghost or something. What's
Frederick Douglass King. That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Can't unsee it now.
Nope.
Well,
Yep. So
anyway,
there's that.
Loki looks like it's gonna slap.
Yes.
We're excited.
It does.
It starts when?
Starts airing. So it is going to be a weekly release. So it starts airing one episode on October 6th.
That's how you know it's going to be good,
Mhm.
because it's one episode at a time.
Well, apparently,
Secret Invasion was
Secret
one episode
Invasion.
at a time.
so Echo, apparently I'm hearing relatively good things about it. Like, it's not going to be like, awesome, but it's not
BS.
going to be bad.
BS. They were
Um,
going to cancel it after it was made until they ran out of content to show during the
I'm
Writers
looking
Guild
forward to
strike.
I don't care.
I just don't. I just don't care.
Like,
That is an ancillary character to a B-level hero.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently it does a pretty good setup for Kingpin and how that leads into his future appearances.
Kingpin.
I just want the Kingpin show.
I think it's probably just going to be the Kingpin show.
Vincent D'Onofrio is amazing. He has been amazing since Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that guy.
he deserves a long form TV show. Oh, he was on Law and Order for a little while.
For a little, it was probably like a decade.
Yeah,
Oh, that
that was
remind-
good.
Green 110.
Wow,
Yes.
I'm taking this so off course. But I've been meaning to mention that Mbanga,
Yes,
he was on an episode of The Defenders.
good guy or a bad guy?
Bad guy.
Figured.
I don't think
He
I
gets
ever watched that.
decapitated.
Oh,
Wow, spoilers. No,
You don't know when.
So since I guess actually maybe I brought up Echo, let's actually go over into another potential dumpster fire coming up soon. We're just going to hop over to DC real quick.
not Disney.
DC, sorry, other D word. A DC thing. Blue Beetle. So this is
Boo.
actually coming out.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, that was way too optimistic. I was
Yep.
going for there it is.
There it is.
So this one is actually coming out in less than 4 weeks, August 18th.
Oh, word.
You've barely heard anything about it, right?
I mean, I've seen those commercials back to back.
So, Blue Beetle is projected to earn between $27 and $55 million during its entire domestic run,
Oof.
Oh,
and only
Oof.
12 to 17 million in its domestic opening weekend.
Double oof.
I mean,
That's rough.
if you're just expecting that little money,
Just
then
don't
is
do it.
bad?
Don't make it
Just don't do it.
Or not do it.
In
Like,
comparison, Barbie made $26 million just on a Monday. Like, just a Monday.
it's not even a movie day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's the people who didn't feel like going to work.
So I will say, Blue Beetle has a lot working against it. Obviously, it's going to be hitting theaters in the middle of all these strikes. The cast has not been able to do any promotion for it.
Okay, see, they're gonna say that's why it flopped.
Oh yeah, probably. When it
Just no one cares.
when it had its premiere,
Just
the
no one
only
cares.
person at the premiere was its director.
Just no one cares.
I mean,
That's
no one
awkward.
cares.
who knew about Blue Beetle?
I feel like I
Nerds.
actually,
Like that's it.
I
Yeah.
feel
Nerds.
like I might have
Like super nerds.
not.
And the nerds are just like me.
Yeah.
The first trailer just was not convincing.
That's the sound a beetle makes.
Yeah. Like
Azur.
the first, I think the first trailer looked good.
I didn't. I just looked like the same old, same old.
But then for me, when they released the second trailer, they gave away the whole movie.
Yeah. First off, I don't feel like I need to see the movie. I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. Leave me with some intrigue.
And as soon as he was like, I do it for my family, I was like, all right, cool. We've seen this. Don't need to see it.
Also, top 3 lamest reasons to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Family.
Family. Come
Like,
on.
You
Only Vin can do that
took
for
on
12
this
movies.
superpower by mistake, and you're doing it for your family?
Actually, that would be more entertaining. It was an accident for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Like he was fumbling and stumbling for 2 hours.
That's kind of like Shazam.
Yeah.
And the first one was charming.
Yeah,
I love the first Shazam. Yeah.
That'd have been great.
And roughly 40% of the second one was really good too.
Like I love the George Lopez show.
Yeah.
Because he's hilarious.
I used to watch that every night. So-
George Lopez looks like he's just going to be very George Lopez-y.
But
in
like
this
to get
movie.
George Lopez to be serious, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of like trying to
heart
in
to
this movie.
heartness.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want him to make me laugh.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for this. I was like, okay, this looks kind of neat because I was not a DC person at all. And I saw the trailer and I was like, this is neat. Okay, what is this about? And then it said Blue Beetle. I was like, who?
Yeah.
Who is that? What is
Yeah.
that? I think I played Blue Beetle in like a DC Lego game at one point.
I was gonna say they were.
That's about
you're
it.
right.
That's about it.
I was gonna say Blue Beetle was a decent character in Injustice. Kind of neat to play with. Kind of Mortal Kombat-y.
So if you're turned off by not knowing who the character is, I got some bad news for you for the next 10 years of DC movies.
Too-wee.
Yeah.
No, so speaking of that, no, I can tell they're worried about it because if you get on Twitter, X,
X gonna give it to you. Can
we
we
get
have
on-
can we have a little snippet of X gonna give it to you every time we say Twitter?
yeah, I'm going
Or
to put
X.
you on that. But no, so if you scroll through X, which I follow a lot of the producers and everyone because I want to know when news is happening, right? That makes sense. And it's really sad because anytime you can tell or they can tell that a movie is going to flop, they get all the producers and directors and like anyone who's ever worked for the studio to be like, "Oh, I'm going to see blah 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 this weekend." So that y'all, they got Zack Snyder
They did.
out there to tweet.
They did.
His only tweet. He never tweets. He only ever. What's the other one?
What?
There's another social media thing that's kind of like Instagram, but it's not Instagram.
Threads.
No, it's not Threads. It's older than that. Anyway, that's the only thing.
MySpace?
No,
Out of my head.
it'll be in the show notes. Anyway,
Pinterest.
it's the one he uses. He never uses the big mainstream social media stuff unless he's advertising something. But this poor man got on X and did a post. Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
That was just can't wait to take my kids to see Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle emoji.
I mean, it's
And that
probably gonna
was
be it's probably gonna be one of the better family friendly superhero movies.
Yeah, but I mean, they got Zack Snyder, y'all. Like, I do think he's a producer on this. Like, he still produces a lot of the DC stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was part of his buyout, just to quit complaining about Warner Brothers. 'Cause he gets a producer's credit on everything. Side note on that,
Oh god.
Rolling Stone did their annual list of the best comic book films, and guess what they put at the tip top? Zack Snyder's Justice League wasn't even on the list last year.
No, it was in the reversed order. It was actually number 50. They posted it backwards.
What?
Yeah, they posted it backwards.
I find that unlikely.
It's true.
Wow.
Very
It's true.
funny, actually.
No
Why would you
way.
do that?
They put Black Panther as number 1.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
All right, so let's just keep hopping around. So let's talk about Barbie again.
Number 50 for real? The worst comic book movie of all. Okay, it's fine. I'm done. I'm out.
So Barbie, since we brought that up for a second, in just 6 days, Barbie has made more money than both The Flash and Shazam 2's entire box office runs combined.
Ooh-wee.
Combined.
Ooh-wee.
I feel like I have more money than that.
Oh.
I do not. I'm a public school teacher.
It also
Love for the teachers.
Thank you.
Mm.
it also grossed $26 million this past Monday, this previous Monday, so not yesterday, but a week ago. And it was the biggest ever Monday for Warner Brothers, beating out The Dark Knight's 15-year record.
Maybe
Wow.
they need to do toy movies. Warner
So
Brothers,
apparently they're
instead of-
starting a
Just
Mattel universe of film.
Or just
That
better
might be too
movies.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That'd be
it's
too much.
okay. So
We're doing
We're
too much.
ruining it again.
No.
See, okay. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. The reason Barbie and Oppenheimer did so well,
because
aside
they
from
were unique.
aside from the fact that they're just a weird mix and that kind of caught fire, but it's that it wasn't a big franchise.
Yes.
That is a movie that I could go enjoy and then be emotionally done with.
Mhm.
I don't have to carry on the what's happening next. I didn't have to stay for a post credit scene. Do you know how nice it is when the movie is done to get up and go to the
That's a good
bathroom?
point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Like sometimes I don't have another 12 minutes to sit there.
I gotta go.
Yeah. And so like that's part of what made it so good. Don't take the thing that was so good and turn it into a franchise. I don't need them to be like, oh, we name dropped JFK and Oppenheimer. Here's Christopher Nolan doing the JFK. Actually, no,
That'd be kind of
really
cool.
That would be cool.
Do that.
That motorcade scene would be epic.
He needs to direct like a presidential.
Yeah. Okay. So I talked myself into it.
Yeah, that'd be
But
great.
leave Barbie alone.
So,
I'll take a Barbie sequel,
So,
but like 4 years from now.
there are
I don't need it next summer.
There are 14 Mattel properties in active development for film, including one for Barney, which we already knew
Stop
about.
it.
We knew about the Barney one.
God.
Polly Pocket,
Stop it.
Thomas and Friends,
Stop
and
it.
American Girl.
Stop it.
Thomas and Friends.
Yeah, they're technically Mattel.
Yeah.
Like the tank engine.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
Thank you.
we've done this before. Toy Story, Toy Soldiers, which was a banger.
That was incredible.
Yeah, where's the modern remake of that?
Yeah.
Right.
There's actually a fan film of that we should do on the episode where we do nothing but fan films.
Okay.
That's an evergreen episode, by the way. Write that down.
Hot Wheels. Apparently, J.J. Abrams is producing that one.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
there's going to be so
okay.
much lens flare.
Ooh, that's a good point.
that'd be good in that kind of
Oh.
movie. actually.
It's a tone that matches.
Yeah.
Two noteworthy ones. Wishbone, which I'd watch.
What's the story, Wishbone?
Like
Yes.
that
Oh
Wishbone?
my god.
Like Jack Russell Terrier's Wishbone?
Oh my god.
The literary
Y'all
Jack-
don't go get a Jack
The
Russell
literary Jack Russell Terrier, who became famous on PBS in the 90s, will now star in his own family-friendly adventure comedy produced by the Dumb and Dumber
I
filmmaker.
might have to watch that.
But also Uno.
Uno.
The
Like
card
the game?
Yes.
Is it gonna be like a horror movie?
Oh, it's going to star Ryan Reynolds. You know it's going to star Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, God.
What can that movie be about?
What are we
Like
doing?
I can Thomas and Friends. Okay, it's about a train and trains going somewhere. Like what? This summer, see what happens when you don't say Uno out. Like what?
I don't know. This is what we got.
Maybe a writer's strike is good.
Just see someone slam
Oof.
me down.
Oh my
Draw
god.
4.
Major Matt Mason. Do you guys recognize that? Apparently, it's going to be starring Tom Hanks.
As an astronaut?
Hanks will star as the Mattel astronaut action figure from the 1960s who lives and works on the moon. Is this a sequel to Apollo
He
13?
literally did this movie already.
It's not.
Right. Leave Apollo 13 alone.
It was perfect. Leave it alone.
Anyway, there's quite a few that Mattel is apparently in development on.
Masters of the Universe.
I'm kidding.
Magic 8 Ball. Go back down.
Yes.
A film adaptation of the Magic 8 Ball will probably be a PG-13 thriller.
Okay. It's time. Global warming. Do your stuff.
Whoa.
just
Whoa.
Let's rapture this thing out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm kidding about the writers. By the way. We support the writers. I support the writers. I'll speak for myself.
All right.
I think
Well,
they're kind of whiny. No, I'm kidding. I support the writers.
let's get off movies for a second because I think we need a little break. Let's move into some video game stuff. So, Nintendo.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay.
I have a.
X.
Don't give it. I don't have it.
All right, so Nintendo.
There it is. Corey, you don't have to do that every time. It's actually really weird and off-putting.
You need to make a
I needed
key
that.
thing,
Right?
so you just have that one.
You could have
always.
Well, no, I did it, but I couldn't remember what it was. It only shortcuts only work if you remember them.
All right, so let's talk about Nintendo. The reports are starting to leak that Nintendo plans to release its Switch successor in the second half of 2024, and dev kits have already started being sent to third-party studios. The system,
It's the little guys from Toy Story.
yes, the system will be a hybrid console and accept cartridges. It's unclear if it will be backwards compatible with the Switch. So
Cool. Bring
Wait,
it back
what
up.
do they mean when they mean cartridges?
that's what I was curious about because I didn't realize the Switch games. What do you call those cartridges? Because they're really not.
That's a
They're
memory
like-
stick.
they're memory
Like
sticks.
No.
It's literally what
The most
it is.
recent
It's an
cartridge I
SD
can
card.
think of is the 64.
No, they had.
What do you
What about the Dreamcast? Hit the little CDs.
what do you call
I
those?
remember
for-
those. Yeah, the little
The
CDs.
GameCube had CDs.
Like, look, the Game Boy
They did.
cartridges. That's what
Yeah, wasn't there a
cartridge-
Game Boy that? Yeah, the DS and stuff. That was
Oh,
more
yeah.
recent than the 64.
True.
You forgot half of Nintendo's
What about
lineup.
The Vita. Didn't that have a little disc?
Those were cartridges, weren't they? The Vita.
The Vita was memory stick things as well. But
Oh,
the PSP,
they did it first. They were cool.
the PSP was the old
That might have been what I
UMDs.
was thinking
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, PSP. Yes.
But anyway, do we think we're ready for a Switch successor?
Are we done with Switch?
I don't know. It still
Okay,
seems like
so-
it's going pretty hot.
So like I was just about to buy a Switch. So now I'm thinking I guess I shouldn't do that.
I don't know. I mean, get the OLED.
They have an OLED one?
Yeah, it has a perfect picture.
Which is amazing to me that we've gotten to that point. Handheld OLED.
Handheld OLEDs, yeah.
I mean, okay, no. Vita had an OLED like 10 years ago.
A 10-year-old OLED? Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. 2013 had the first portable OLED. Anyway, so the Switch
minion.
is
Very
the
funny.
third best selling console of all time, behind only the PS2 and the Wii. So,
PS2?
Yeah, those PS2 numbers, dude.
Wow.
They were
Yeah.
something else.
I want to look
good.
at that.
That console was live for like a decade.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Like it
That's
just
nuts.
kept going.
Did anybody
I
else
think I had
not
2
like
of them.
the design of the PS3?
Oh, dude, I had like 2.
PS3. That was like that like
PS3
like-
was never not weird looking.
It was like shiny and like, yeah, it was kind of like,
it looked like an
Oh.
arena.
yeah. Yeah.
sorry, I was wrong. I was right about the PS2. It is the best selling of all time with
Holy
155 million. But actually, the second best is actually the DS, not the Wii. I'm not sure why I thought it was the Wii.
DS took cartridges.
Interesting.
You forgot all about it.
Yes, I did.
just to bring that right
I never
back
actually had a
around.
DS. Anyway, so yeah.
That for Game
Wait.
Boy, it's number 4 and it came out in '89. It's as old as I am.
Well, you got to remember though, that was another one that kept going forever. Like for example,
Yeah.
the second gen of it came out in 98, 11 years later, but it's still technically the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
tech is
just-
weird.
Wait, is there a picture of the PS3? I need
34
to see
years
this.
old and still learning.
Do you not know what the PS3 looks like?
I just want to see it again.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it was never not weird looking.
Yeah, it's weird.
That
Especially
bottom
when it
one-
was shiny.
That bottom one looks like a wallet.
All right, let's get the video game train going. Let's talk about. I have to do it. It's in my blood.
I wish you wouldn't. Though.
It's in my blood. So let's
Makes
talk
me
about
uncomfortable.
Don't you have the same blood?
Insomniac Games.
Not that part.
So Insomniac. If you're not familiar, they are probably one of the best PlayStation studios right now. Obviously, most famous recently for the Marvel Spider-Man games, but also the Resistance series, Ratchet and Clank, all the way back with Spyro. They did Sunset Overdrive a few years ago. So they're also coming out with a new Wolverine game at some point.
Allegedly.
But so obviously they're coming out with Marvel Spider-Man 2 this year.
Allegedly.
Wolverine probably in the next 2 years.
Allegedly.
They are also working on a third unannounced game.
Obviously, Fantastic Four, starring the likeness of Adam Driver.
Who wants to play that?
So I was going to ask what your predictions were. And actually, I kind of love that.
I mean, not the Adam Driver part.
No. We'll talk about that one in a second. Wow. Okay. So, let's pretend for a second.
I like Adam Driver. I just
No,
don't want him to be
that's fine.
Reed Richards.
Let's pretend for a second it's another superhero game. Because they are trying to build out a Spider-Man universe. They have confirmed that Wolverine's going to be in the same universe as Spider-Man.
That's cool.
So if they continue that and actually build a third character superhero
Fantastic
game.
Four.
So yours is Fantastic Four. What
I think
other
Fantastic
what
Four.
other video game superhero game do you want?
Well, because they're doing an Iron Man game, but it's not them. Someone else is
That's
doing an
EA
Iron Man
Motive, yeah.
game. Oof, EA, so it's going to suck. Okay, so
It'll look good though.
yeah, it'll look great, and you'll have to pay for half of it after you've bought
Okay,
the
you say that.
Mhm.
So EA's Disney stuff has been good. They did the Jedi Knight or Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order games.
That one was pretty and it was good.
Yeah, that checks out,
Mhm.
actually.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but is your guess actually Fantastic Four?
That's what I would do.
Okay.
I'd love a really good X-Men game.
That's what I was going to say.
It's been a minute. I mean,
See, the only problem with that, though, is that if you really want it to be a AAA game, X-Men, you have to create like 24 fully fledged characters.
I don't need that. Just give me remember the animated series from the 90s? I want that. Give me that.
Give me.
I mean, they're
so-
already making the Wolverine game.
Yeah, like we know that's coming. But like if you did
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, you could do. That's 4 characters. That's like enough to give you variety, but not too much to get overwhelmed. You could do like the hot swap, like in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Man, I was about to say that
That'd
too.
be dope.
Well, we have the same mind right now.
Yeah,
It's a little creepy.
big open world. I don't know. I'd play that game.
Okay.
I'd play that game.
Hawkeye.
Boo.
I would love a Hawkeye game.
If it's done right, it might be good. It might be
Like,
fun.
it'd be cool if he got to a point where he turned into Ronin.
Yeah.
First off, where's that Disney Plus series?
That would have been something.
Hawkeye
Man.
season 2 is just Ronin.
Or they should have started with Ronin, like him coming
Yeah.
out of being Ronin.
Yeah, I don't know if Jeremy Renner could Ronin at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, no, he's apparently just a real life superhero, so he probably could.
Turns out he's Wolverine.
Yeah. No, so I really hope it's a new Ratchet and Clank game, but
Wait, hold on. You asked us what superhero game we'd want, and then
Yeah.
you're just like, I hope it's Ratchet and Clank.
well, my superhero one was Hawkeye, so now I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
I
to the next
got
one.
it.
skipped right over that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry. Christian,
do
did
you
you
have
say
one?
one?
Me and Nick were together.
X-Men.
On X-Men.
Oh, on X-Men? Okay.
But yeah, there's apparently reports that they're working on a multiplayer game, but it's not clear if they're actually moving forward with that or not. So
Wait. If it wasn't Fantastic Four, I'd want it to be the Hulk.
That'd be fun. Just smash stuff. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that would get
Like,
boring
imagine-
pretty
Well, it
fast.
wouldn't be an epic, like, huge game. Just like go to Detroit and break stuff.
Specifically Detroit.
Detroit, that's already broke.
That's the first city popped in my head.
Okay, cool.
Kind of just feels like Detroit has it coming. I don't know.
Wow.
What? Do better, Detroit.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, yeah, X-Men is due again because I'd love to play it.
It really is.
When was the last Capcom and X-Men game?
It's been a minute.
Ooh, boy.
Actually, I feel like they
It's
came out
been
with
a
one of those
minute.
like every 2 years.
Well, for a little while they did.
They tried. No one was buying them.
It was very much a 90s thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Capcom was very much a 90s thing.
The arcades, the stand-up consoles, yeah.
What was it called? Capcom versus
Marvel?
Marvel.
Capcom versus Marvel.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Same thing.
But it was like half the lineup was...
The last one was Marvel versus Capcom Infinite in 2017.
I remember that. It was hot
It's
garbage.
still going.
Ultron was the bad guy.
Yeah, is this
I
one of
remember
those this live service games? Is that what that was?
It kind of was like halfway there. It just wasn't good. Like at the end of the day, it just wasn't good. It kind of looked like trash. It was one of the examples of the trailer shown at E3 did not match the product that came out.
It got 7s and 8s across the board.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It was released to average, 2
It
positive
wasn't very
reviews. All right.
See, there you go.
It wasn't very good.
All right, let's hop over into television. So, I got to do it.
No,
It's
you don't.
instinctive
You really don't
this
have
point.
to do it.
So, Lando. Do you guys remember this television series that was announced eons ago?
Yeah.
Star Wars Lando,
It's not a real thing.
starring yet again Donald Glover, reprising his role that he had in the Han Solo movie.
It's not a real thing.
Well, apparently it's a real thing.
This
It's not a real thing.
And Donald Glover himself is going to be writing the new treatment on it.
If they're writing it, that means so far it's not a real thing.
So Donald Glover is teaming with his brother to write his new Star Wars series. Yeah, there is departure, blah, 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 and that's really about what to say. So
I'm sorry. How much story is there to Lando? Like, Lando's a cool character in the supporting character kind of way.
I feel like the movies covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we need to
No.
really know. Like he was a bro until he wasn't a bro, then became a bro again.
And then he
Wow.
made Cloud City, and that was it.
He made Cloud City.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Well, it was nothing until he took charge of it, and then it became something. He made a very big point of that.
I don't know that it's necessary to do this. I mean, this is kind of like the Barbie or the Mattel universe thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're good.
Well,
it's okay.
You know what this feels like?
We're good.
You know what this feels like? This feels like Obi-Wan.
That's what I was going to say. So
We don't need this.
we knew recently that Disney is going to start scaling back their streaming content.
This would be
So-
a good one to trim.
I kind of feel like this might just get the axe completely.
Yeah, like we've already talked about them trying to expand Star Wars. Like, we're good. We heard all the stories. If you had an interesting one past the main characters we've already seen, maybe.
Well, we do know about some new movies coming out that are going back to like the origin of the Jedi.
Yeah, see, that's what he's saying, though. That's a completely different era.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah.
You guys have a question?
Down in the front row.
I wouldn't mind a Cal Kestis type thing.
Well,
Yeah.
he keeps getting rumored to show up in the new movies and stuff anyway.
See,
Like,
I
every
bet he'll
time
be in-
there's... Yeah.
I wouldn't need because we have the games to tell his original story or whatever.
Mhm.
But like if he was a character in the movie, like in an already existing thing,
Who would they get
I
to
would
play
be
him,
cool
though?
with that.
The guy that plays him. Oh, it was a joke.
It was a joke,
Oh.
because it looks just like him. Dominic Monaghan. Anywho,
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, okay. You know what they really need to do? So I feel like they think that there's only two things you can do when it comes to making this content. It's either a movie that you send to theaters, or it's a 6+ episode series that you make on Disney Plus. You know where they could really thrive with little projects like this? The made-for-TV movie.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Obi-Wan Kenobi should have been a made-for-TV movie. It doesn't have the budget of a full-fledged motion picture, but it's still only 2 hours long. It has a short, concise story, and at the end of it, you go, man, that was really good. And that's it.
So that was kind of Marvel's, like Kevin Feige's original plan for like those special presentations that we started getting with Werewolf by Night. They were going to start doing at least 2 of those a year, but now those have all been axed.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's what this sounds like, though. Like, to me, what they're going to do is they're going to make this a 6-episode series, calling it right now. 6 episodes. And at the end, we're going to say, yeah, it would have been okay if it was like 2 hours long.
So I loved Obi-Wan. But I watched it. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it after all the episodes were out, so I could just get through it.
You just binge through it.
That would have been a better way to do it.
Yeah. So the way that you put it there, I was starting to kind of think, okay, they could have took that out. They could have took that out and just made it this streamlined thing with some
Leia gets
flashbacks.
kidnapped and rescued 3 times in a 6-episode series.
It's like a Mario in space.
How many times we got to do that? Yeah. She's at a different castle. Damn it. Like,
Yeah, I don't have to see the show.
I love Donald Glover, but
I like.
I was gonna say, and I like everything about this. Like, Lando Calrissian's a cool character. Donald Glover's a cool guy. I just don't want to see this.
You know, what's funny is that he has actually not been locked into star in the show yet.
Oh, but he might be writing it.
But he's writing it. Cool. Seems like we're doing this a little bit backwards, but
Billy D cameos.
we're just stars.
He said, "I got this."
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Plot twist. Plot twist.
I got
It's
this,
old
young
Lando.
blood. I got this, young blood.
Oh my gosh, and it's basically Die Hard in space. I'd watch it.
Was he in
I just
Die
figured out how to make Lando work.
No.
Donald, listen to us right now.
You have an opportunity here. Cloud City gets locked down, and there's only one man who can save it. Lando.
All right.
But it has like a Shaft theme to it all the time.
That would be hilarious.
Lando.
Shut your mouth. Okay, go ahead.
I was just talking about Lando.
I'm just realizing how much Disney stuff there is. Let's talk about what Josh was talking about before. Fantastic Four. So we had some reports, I don't know, maybe a month ago, 2 ago.
Never officially confirmed.
Never officially confirmed, but we were getting insider reports from multiple sources saying that it was that Adam Driver had been locked in to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four film. He was the first one cast of the 4 main characters. Is that just your new favorite sound?
It works a lot.
Okay. So apparently he has turned down the contract and saying he is not connected to the character on the page, and he did not feel like it was the right role for him.
Whoa. Good call.
It's possible that Marvel re-offers him the role once the strikes end and the new script has been turned in.
Okay, but he said he didn't want to do it. Don't be clingy, Marvel.
See this picture you got that someone edited?
Edited.
It ain't working.
Yeah, those are 2 very different people.
Yeah, I'm just super not into it.
Even on this tweet or post from X.
Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. How a character looks is very low on the list of whether or not I think an actor will work. But that just ain't hitting. That just doesn't look right.
Like, what's his face from the other Fantastic Four movies? What's his name?
Oh, Ian something. Magic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the guy from the other Fantastic Four movies. Yeah.
Like, that's how I see Reed
I
Richards.
think it's Ian something.
Like, he's too smart for his own good.
Yeah, that was a perfect. All 4 of those characters were perfect cast. I thought.
Yes.
Perfectly cast.
Michael
What is
Chiklis.
old Michael Chiklis doing these days?
Right?
Yeah, he has a new
Got
TV show.
shows,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He stayed in TV.
Well, he does well there.
Ian Goodfeld. Goodfoot?
Grufford.
What is he doing now? Can we just get him again?
Cast him.
I don't think
He's looking a little older, but I mean,
He's only 49.
Yeah, he hasn't done much.
Really?
I don't think.
He's a Welsh actor.
why is he looking like Tom Brady?
Oh, he probably talks like this.
He doesn't do much.
Ava, he's been in Ava,
Well.
the Professor and the Madman.
Got something to do for him.
Button.
Oh, he's going to be in Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4 movie. Yeah.
He's probably going to be the bad guy. I can see it.
Talking all
Also,
Welsh.
why is there Bad Boys 4?
Yeah, but we could have stopped it too, truthfully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
It peaked it too.
It's like Lethal Weapon. Danny Glover was like, I'm too old for this.
Bro,
He's been
all
too
the
old for it
lethal
for, like, the
weapons
last
were
few
Yeah,
awesome.
Martin
movies.
Lawrence has been saying that for
Oh,
3
yeah.
movies now. We can stop.
So
I would go see another Lethal Weapon movie though.
Totally.
consensus is Adam Driver needs to stay at home.
Yes.
Okay.
Aside
know.
from John Krasinski.
Nope, that's it.
But see, I can.
They messed up. They messed up when they did that cameo.
hmm
Because now I don't want anyone else.
It should be John Krasinski. 100%.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything anymore. Jack Ryan's done.
It should be John Krasinski.
It should be 1,000% John Krasinski.
And his wife as
Emily Blunt. Is that her?
old Kitty
Yes.
Oppenheimer,
yeah.
Yeah.
who everyone got real triumphant about at the end of the movie, even though she spent most of the movie just being a drunk good for nothing. But-
Well,
no, I was thinking about that earlier. It was just kind of like everyone was all like, "Ooh," and it's just like she spent the first 2/3 of the movie drunk and not taking care of her child.
Yeah.
well, since you brought up Oppenheimer, the IMAX showings have been extended all the way through mid-August,
Trying to make that
which
money
is very rare.
Because
for
you
IMAXs.
you might get to see it.
Hold up. When was this screen grab? I don't remember that.
I don't know.
I don't think that's a real one.
Yeah, that looks creepy.
That feels like AI.
That's probably like a behind-the-scenes shot.
Like, I don't even think that he actually smiles in real life.
Mhm.
No, I don't think his muscles do that.
Ugh.
All right, then we're going to wrap this up with a couple of things here that kind of all tie together. So,
We're gonna hop on over to X.
if both films keep their current release dates, The Marvels is not expected to have any IMAX screens, as Dune Part 2 will be prioritized for 5 to 6 weeks.
Why would the Marvels be in IMAX?
Apparently, it's going to be a pretty gorgeous movie.
I mean, most of the
That's
Marvel
fine.
movies hit IMAX. Like most of them do.
I'm very excited about The Marvels.
It's
I mean,
gonna
yeah.
flop.
It's looking pretty
It's
good.
gonna flop. I'm
Nah.
calling it. It's
Why?
gonna flop.
Too many women.
Probably.
Wow.
I'm not saying it's
I
gonna
didn't
be
say
bad.
anything,
I'm
yeah.
just saying it's gonna flop.
I mean, what if it does Barbie numbers?
It ain't.
I mean, I know, but
It ain't gonna.
but what
Man,
if-
the first one had over $1 billion.
It ain't gonna do
The
it.
first.
Marvels.
It's gonna flop. I'm calling it.
The Captain Marvel.
Oh,
Calling
yes.
We're gonna be watching this on Disney Plus 6 weeks after release.
I don't know. I think it looks good. I
Dune, on the other hand,
still haven't seen the first one.
I know I still haven't seen the first one.
you
but
haven't seen the first one?
I even own it on 4K
Bro,
disc.
even
I
watched that movie.
I keep
And it
telling
took me
Jason.
all day.
I keep telling Jason I'm going to watch it this week. It never happens.
I've heard the soundtrack. I've never seen the movie.
Wow.
Hans Zimmer.
I'd say it's a good watch.
Wow.
That lady goes, "Wah."
yeah, it's Hans Zimmer. Yeah.
Be well rested before you watch it.
All right, then let's wrap it up. I
Are we
believe.
done?
Actually, no. We have 2 more. Let's talk about Peacock. Did we ever talk about Peacock? How it's bleeding money?
Oh, no, we have not.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Peacock. So,
I'm so proud of you.
Yep.
it's just got so much bass in the end right
I'm
there.
so proud of you.
So Peacock has lost $1.36 billion this year
That is a lot.
and will be as much as $3 billion by the end of this year.
I was gonna say we're only halfway through the year.
And-
that hurts.
They are raising their prices to, I guess, try to balance some of that out.
Of course they
So,
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Make it $30 a month? Like
starting next month, Peacock Premium will rise from $4.99 to $5.99, so a $1 increase. With the commercial-free Peacock Premium Plus rising from $9.99 to $11.99 per month, so a $2 increase. And subscribers will be notified at 9 p.m. Pacific time, I guess,
Yes.
as of yesterday, maybe. The changes being effective on August 17th. But yeah, bleeding money. Literally billions of dollars. How do you bleed that much money on a streaming service?
Paramount needs to sell to Peacock. Like sell their content to Peacock.
Do you want to,
Because Paramount is also bleeding money. Badly.
but
But
Peacock couldn't afford to pay for it.
but Peacock's big issue is they don't have a lot of content.
Yeah, they were trying to really.
It's the place where you go to watch all the shows that used to be on Netflix.
Mhm.
They're also trying to stand on that one leg that you can watch live sports.
Yeah.
But I mean, why would
Which
you?
you can do on cable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't,
Like on a lot of things.
I don't want to have to, switch the input from what I'm currently watching on cable to the, it's.
So think about it. If Paramount moved all of their original content over to Peacock, sold it to Peacock, licensed it to Peacock, that would do a lot.
They can call it P-Mount.
I don't like that.
Or
Yeah, so this article that I'm reading from IGN actually sums up pretty much everything pretty well. Peacock has struggled to find its footing since launching back in 2020. It's known for being the main home of Premier League soccer in the U.S., though the decision to split games between Peacock and cable has sparked confusion among some fans. The same thing is kind of happening with MLB as well. It also features popular shows including The Office and Poker Face. I don't even know what Poker Face is. Comcast says that Peacock has grown to 22 million subscribers, which it claims as a 60% year-over-year growth.
So it's got to be those soccer games that's eating the money. Like,
First off, that's got to be an expensive license.
Like,
yeah, it is.
Because I know that those, like, listening to a sports podcast the other day, and they said that the rights deals, like the rights deals that we have for the NFL here, are a couple $1 billion per TV channel, but over there it's like more. Like like Fox might pay $2 billion to have the rights for the NFL for the next 2-3 years, whatever.
Yeah.
But like over there, like you have to pay. It's like a different scale. Like that's the league here, but over there they have different leagues.
Yeah.
And like different levels of stuff. So like it's a whole different pay structure over there. So like it's much more lucrative for these soccer leagues to have streaming rights. So they're probably blowing a lot of their money.
Yeah, and upon like
stuff.
On top of like playing stuff live, they have replays that are stuck on there too. So I'm assuming they're paying twice for those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ouch.
Trying to find something.
I don't know that.
I don't know anything about soccer.
No.
I don't know that footy is the hill to die on for Peacock.
Probably not. And also, did y'all know that the Women's World Cup's happening right now?
I did. I haven't watched any of it, but I did.
Me either. Because it's in Australia, and I forgot it was in Australia.
Hey.
And games are in the AMs where I'm asleep.
We don't talk about sports here.
Hey, man. It was in subject because it's on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of Peacock, let's actually talk about the Continental.
Nice.
Did you want one?
Sorry, I was waiting for it. I did it. Sorry. So the Continental, we have talked a little bit about this one. We're looking forward to it. We found out a few months ago, maybe weeks ago, that it's going to be a 3-part event. So it's not a miniseries, or I guess it is a miniseries. It's not a full-length series. We do now know that it is coming out on. Oh, I didn't have it pulled up. It's coming out on September 22nd. So it's a prequel spin-off series for John Wick, airing on September 22nd.
So is that John Wick?
No, that's Winston.
It's Winston.
Oh.
It's Winston.
So
it's about a young Winston.
I saw John Wick 4 on the plane back over from London, but I didn't know what was happening because I didn't see 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
So
it's a bold move to start on number 4 there, bro.
If they were on the plane, I would have watched them. But they
typically, if there's a number in the title, you should start with the one that starts with 1.
I would have.
For example, with Star Wars, you start with 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's an example of a good one.
I'm with it.
Well, how'd that go?
I loved it. It was a great movie.
Well, then, boy, let me tell you about 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it.
Arguably,
starting with 4, watching the other 3 would seem less exciting because they ramped up every movie.
That's true. There's never been a series that so consistently raised and exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
There were a lot of moments I was like, okay, Keanu.
Okay.
You should be dead. Like,
well, they ease you into that. If you'd started with 1.
That's true. I didn't realize that the jacket was bulletproof for a very long time. So I was like, just missing him? Like,
no,
how are you missing him point blank?
See, that was in number 2.
See, I missed it. He was just
I
like,
know.
I was like,
Yeah, he gets that lapel up.
Yeah, that the act of that is really funny to me. Just no, you didn't hit me.
And they just had bullets for days. I'm sorry, I'm done.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good. You're good. So Josh shared this with us. Moving on to our next story. And it kind of breaks my heart. The Walt Disney Company will no longer be releasing physical media in Australia, multiple sources have confirmed.
Down under.
The last film being released physically in the country will be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Have not seen that.
Trace.
What?
He's a teacher.
But when he does, he'll start with volume 3.
I haven't seen Volume 2 either.
What?
Volume 2 was probably actually.
I liked the first one was great, but I was like, I don't need to see the rest of this.
You do, though. You do, though.
You do.
You do.
With
Volume 3 was pretty great.
Chris Pratt's kind of insufferable.
Oh, my. I love him. Anyway.
Chris Pratt is, but not Star-Lord.
Okay, fair enough. I loved the game. The game was great.
Thank you. Someone else has played it.
I played it twice.
Thank you. I've played it 3 times.
I don't replay things. I don't replay things. I don't rewatch things.
It's so
I played the game
good.
twice.
It is so good.
Fantastic.
So good. Sources tell us the reason for the shutdown was due to the diminishing sales numbers in Australia, as well as the focus of resources shifting to Disney+. DVDs and Blu-rays across the country are being heavily discounted and sold for €10 or less as the stock is being emptied. However, sources add that Disney films may still be released physically through services such as Criterion. There is no word on whether physical media production will cease worldwide just yet.
Telling you, they're doing it as a test.
So is that just your assumption, or did you see that somewhere?
No, I'm a smart person. They're
Oh.
doing it as a
I
test.
can see that. Yep.
They're going to see if they have one isolated region, which it's hard to get much more isolated than Australia. If you discontinued physical media, what would that do to sales numbers purely in that region?
Hmm.
I can see that 100%. Because
Because Disney's looking for ways to trim up those expenses.
Yeah.
And print and media is expensive.
In an age where you're just going to watch it on Vudu anyway, or Disney Plus.
why would you watch it?
Well, no, I'm just saying I still buy physical movies. I buy the physical movie. I take that digital code out of there, put it into my Vudu, and that sucker goes on a shelf, and I never touch it again.
Okay.
Physical media is superior, and then I stream it every single time.
That's your process, man. Respect the process.
So yeah, this is a test. They're going to see if it works
It's a test. I'm cool with it.
because physical media is done.
Throw them away. I haven't.
I did that one twice.
Yeah, I had to. I could actually. So it's neat. They have like different ones.
That was very funny.
I could do like a whole thing. Like physical media is like out the door.
It's walking. It left.
Wow.
It was leaving.
That was 3 different sound effects. I had to do it all at once.
Wow. Computers, man.
Yeah.
No, I just
Can't
think
do
this
that
is
to DVD.
stupid
Why?
because you don't own a digital thing. It can go away at any time.
That's fine. That is true. It can go at any time. That's very true. Like, I need to hurry up and watch The Sopranos. But, like,
Yeah, right. Same.
Yeah, Skynet's going to take us away.
I feel like if Skynet becomes an issue, I think we have bigger issues than knowing if we can watch The Sopranos or not.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
That's how they're going to hit us first.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take away our media.
Oh my god, it's already started.
tell us out.
So yeah, I this is stupid.
I'm really sorry.
I mean, are you sad because you just bought new shelves?
Yeah, and I love how they look.
Let's put other stuff on it.
Well, the good news is you never have to buy shelves again.
Get a
This
blank.
is true.
Yeah. Saving
is
you
true.
money. Whenever.
You're a picture frame. All your pictures.
All right, just a couple more, then we'll wrap this sucker up. So let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. So we saw this movie a few months ago. We thought it was freaking fantastic. I think we might have given it a 5 across the board. Did we? Something
I
like
think
that.
so. I think that was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Jason.
Yeah, even Jason.
Even
Let's
Jason.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's D&Ding right now.
he actually is. That's why Jason's not here. He's actually playing Dungeons and Dragons without us. It's fine. With his new friends. I'm not salty at all.
Jelly.
So a Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves sequel could still potentially happen which has been iffy if it was actually going to happen or not.
It's not going to happen.
Though it would have to be on a lower budget after the poor commercial performance of the first movie. Speaking with Variety, Paramount Pictures CEO Brian Robbins suggested a Dungeons & Dragons movie sequel is still on the table. However, stupid ad popped up. My God, that is...
Don't he own ice cream? He owns ice cream, right? Brian Robbins?
Oh, that's best. Yeah. However, he acknowledged the budget would need to be a reduction on the $150 million budget spent on Honor Among Thieves. He says, and I quote, "We've got to figure out a way to make it for less." Honor Among Thieves underperformed at the box office after grossing a little over $200 million worldwide, despite receiving mostly positive reviews from critics and fans. The movie received a 90% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with over 2,500 fan ratings, placing the movie audience score at 93%. So very high ratings, Josh.
Made for TV movie.
So that's usually when you start losing the main actors that were in the actual big budget movie. So it probably would not have Chris Pine, and I'm just saying it would be.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing about Dungeons and Dragons.
You rarely play the same characters.
Yeah, but Chris Pine was awesome.
Okay, first off, I don't even know why we're talking about. They're not going to make another one.
Oh,
They're not going to make another one. So look, let's go back to the Matt Damon math. We need a slide of this. So Matt Damon explained to us that you basically have to do like 5 times a movie's budget before you start making money. Because you have the movie's budget. So for easy math, we'll say $100 million. We knew this one is 150, but we're going to keep the math easy. $100 million. Usually another 50% goes into marketing. So now we're back to 150. Anyway, so you're $150 million in. So common sense would say that you have to gross $150 million at the movie theater before you make money. But that's false. Thank you, Matt Damon, for explaining that to us. Because the movie theaters keep half. So you have to do $300 million. And that's before you even start making a penny. So this movie made $200 million, which means they lost $100 million on this movie.
Can you imagine just like, where's let's place 100 million? Can you imagine? Like,
Unfathomable. Yeah. So no, this movie's not getting a sequel.
I don't want to say it.
No, this is something that he said in an interview, hoping that you'll go out and rent this movie so that maybe they can make a little more money on it. Because it was good, and you should go rent it. If you don't buy it, you should rent it. Because it's a good movie. Yeah, but buy it. Chris Pine is delightful. But
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's a good one, and it's on Paramount Plus.
Corey, I need a list of things to watch from you.
Apparently, you haven't watched a lot of stuff we've watched.
Yeah.
Okay, start with John Wick 1.
I should do that.
It's just called John Wick.
I happened to go and see, what was that movie that I saw with y'all to begin with that started this whole thing with me? What was it? It was like 4 weeks ago.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I shot you a text message. To
Yeah,
see that.
you want to go see Indiana
Now
Jones?
I'm co-hosting a podcast.
Yeah.
So
But now apparently I know that you would have just started with the last Indiana Jones movie if you'd never seen any of the other ones.
No, I've been your friend for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
You would not have allowed that to happen.
Greatest films ever made.
All right, let's move into our last story. So we have some updated release dates
Back to Disney crap.
for some Disney crap.
Hold on.
Yep.
Wait, I'm not even there. Wait, here's one.
Meet the lawn motor sound.
Waiting.
Ding, ding.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. It's not doing.
Did you break it?
Probably.
You probably broke it. All right.
Yeah, too many sounds.
So actually, not all of these are Disney. I'm actually just lumping all of these in together. So just some updated Marvel movies and things of that sort. So the rest of this year.
That one worked.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
I believe the only Marvel movie left this year is The Marvels, correct?
Yes.
It's gonna bomb.
Oh my God. Why do I even invite Josh anymore? It's just a bummer.
I'm not even being I'm just letting you know
Literally a bummer.
that in like 3 months I'm gonna be like, yeah, see how it bombed?
So we have Loki season 2 and The Marvels the rest of this year. So not much. Also Echo.
Maybe.
Want to go ahead and say it?
It's gonna be crap.
Okay. So that next year, we got a pretty big plate if all this holds true. Some of these are actually brand new release dates, and some of them are still set in stone from what they were before, but I'm thinking some of these might get delayed. So next year, in 2024, Marvel has Madam Web locked in for February 14th. That's one of... Wow. That was a visceral sound. So this is actually one that's coming from Sony. It's one of the Sony Spider-Man universe movies without Spider-Man. We have Deadpool 3 locked in for May 3rd.
If they ever get to film it again.
Oh, we have
That's
Venom.
with, Wolverine, right?
Heck yeah, it is.
Spoilers.
We have Venom 3 with the new date of July 12th.
What was the old date? Is that
I don't
up
know.
or back?
I believe that is up. Don't quote me on that.
There were 2 before that.
Yeah, but you'll start on this one anyway, so it's fine.
I mean-
I know the first one was.
First one was okay.
You
don't
watch
remember
the first one.
Oh,
You
yes,
can
I
definitely
remember.
skip the second one.
I hated the second one
Second
so
one was-
much.
What?
I mean, neither one of
Harrelson.
them was particularly
I think you and I are on the
spectacular.
same page here.
Yeah,
I hated Woody Harrelson in that
yeah.
movie.
He was doing too much.
Yes. And I usually love him.
Yeah,
Captain America, Brave New World, July 26th. I think that one's probably safe because they have already filmed, I think, most of it, if not all of it. So that one's probably locked in for July 26th. Craven has been pushed back nearly a year. God, to August 30th.
It's the echo that
Craven the Hunter. So this is another one of those Sony Spider-Man Universe movies. It was originally coming out, I believe, this September. Like
Yeah, it's supposed to be this
we
year.
already got a trailer for it, but it's been pushed back to August 30th of next year.
maybe they're doing some reshoots.
Maybe. And then we have Thunderbolts still penciled in for December 20th of next year. We have not heard a single thing about that one aside from the casting, so I think that one's probably going to get pushed. And then obviously What If Season 2. That was usually originally supposed to come out this year, but now it's being pushed to next year. Oh, I thought that was...
It's a slow clap.
Yeah.
That's not what it sounds like.
It needs more people.
Beyond the Spider-Verse, we talked a little bit about this one, how it was in development hell. It's been delayed indefinitely, so not even given a
Means
new
it's
window.
canceled.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah,
It ended on a cliffhanger.
Super
There's
cliffhanger.
No way they're ending that franchise.
But I'm assuming that's probably going to be like 2028 before we see that one.
made for TV movie.
28.
It's going to be they have not even started it.
Made for TV movie.
They have not even started it.
We're gonna be dead.
Ghostbusters Firehouse, March 29th of next year.
I did not see the other one
It was good.
or the girl power one before that.
That's fine. And then the new Borderlands movie is finally coming out August 9th of next year.
Is this like the game?
Yep.
I mean, it's a movie though.
Well, yes. So,
Okay.
there you go. That's all I got. We covered everything.
Right on.
That
Yeah.
was a lot. It felt like a lot.
I'm tired.
All right. Well,
I'm thinking.
I can't see our music. That's not fun. So, that's all I got. It's not even playing, is it? Nope. It's not playing. That's fine. I'll put it in post.
Put in post. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Nick, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This has been a delight.
We'll have to do one that's not late night sometime soon.
I mean, what's whatever.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go that start till Friday.
Okay, cool. Jason will be back next week. We'll actually be here in person. So hopefully we'll record something while he's here. Brittany will be here next time as well.
We have a
putting her-
Star Trek on Thursday.
We have a Star Trek Strange New World Season 2 reaction video for episode number 9 coming out this Friday. Spoilers, it's
I'm
going to
so
be a
far behind.
musical episode, so stay tuned for our reactions to that weird episode.
Is this going to be the fairy tale episode?
I don't know. I mean,
I like a good musical.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You know who loves Star Trek Strange New Worlds? Dr. Lepke. That you and I.
Yeah, because Lepke's a cool guy.
He's Canadian.
No, you can tell him. We always got
I'm
along.
not going to tell him. I don't want his head to get too big.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/@eatsleepnerd. If you're listening to us over on our podcast feed, go to YouTube and click on that subscribe button, please. And then click on the like button, please. And leave some comments, please. Only the nice ones, though. We have feelings.
Corey gets
Yeah,
real
please.
touchy.
Yes.
Just
Corey
let
has
me
feelings.
handle those. Let me
The
handle
mean
those.
comments? Or
Yeah.
just leave in the
I
comments?
deal with 8th graders every day.
Oh.
They're mean.
And nothing in the comments will affect me. I'll take care of it.
There's no way you're worse than an 8th grader.
100%.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm not hearing the music, so my vibe is all off. So let's just end this one.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep coming back.
See you next week. Bye.
Christian, what are 3 things that nerds should be doing?
Hydrating, sunscreen, and more hydrating.
3 more things, please.
Hydrate or dehydrate. It gets the point across. It's kind of like Diddy.
But then, like, if I heard you say that, I would just laugh.
It's Eat Sleep Nerd. Good night. Eat Sleep Nerd.
Yes, Corey. Eat.
No, we're done. Eat Sleep Nerd.
Take it easy, people.